Hey guys, what's up? So, I know my videos have been like, not here that much and all that stuff, so I've been trying to get the E55 ready to go to the drag strip and do a few things there. I've been dealing with some stuff at work and just getting a lot of stuff around the house, so I took a little bit of time off. I've been making a couple videos, I haven't been posting them, but I finally got to take the E55 to the drag strip. And the issue's been so delayed is because it's been raining. It's even effing raining right now, but it's so light. I'm going to try to film in the rain and all that stuff because I just want to show you this before I do anything else or anything on. I've been doing some work on the death cart, the CLK55, and a couple of my other projects. But I'm going to start, today we're going to do the E55 stuff. So, long story short, I'm going to tell you a really quick story. So, trying to go to the drag strip for like 3 or 4 days, trying to go on Sunday fun day. And then finally I was just like, because every day Wednesday's been like so effing nice with weather. Well, I mean for Florida at this time of year. So I took a day off of work. That was 2 days ago. I was like, all right, I'm going to go. So I look at the weather. At first, it was going to start raining between 11 o'clock all the way throughout. I'm like, F. But then I was like looking at it, and it was sunny as can be from 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. So at 4:35, I was like, F it. Let me just drive down there. I was calling up the track. The track's like, nah, no rain. We're good. So I make the trip. I get all the way out there, and then I get there at like 6 o'clock. It's looking a little cloudy. And then right at like 6:30, 6:45, before they actually started doing the races, it started drizzling. So I waited about 20, 30 minutes, and then I looked in the weather, I'm like, F it. So I'm going to start heading home. So at this point, I got the E55 on the drag radials, starting to head home. Within like 20, 30 minutes of my journey, basically what happened is something got dumped on the road by someone else in front of me. I go over like a little hill, and I hydroplane. So I hydroplane with it. I'm only going like 30, 40 miles an hour. Like not even that effing hooting any fast. My ass end kicks out. I recover it. And then no cars around me. Nothing. And then I move over. I start ghosting over to pull over to the side. Apparently there was all this mud there. So when I go to slow down, it doesn't slow me down. And I just like skimp the guardrail. So I'm going to show you what happened on the car now. So as you already can tell, it's a little bit low, but sorry if it's drizzling a little bit, but here's the car. Blew that tire out, threw out of it. That suspension is caved in. This side, I think it's just because it's leaking that way. This one is dropped all the way to the ground. So this car wasn't perfect before with the paint, but now it's pretty bad. That door, if you can't tell, is completely dented in. Side skirts. So when I came by, I literally just like, if you could tell, I just like skimped it. So I just went burp, burp. So this door pushed the handle in just because I just clipped it ever so slightly. Because you could just see like, it's just barely even hit it. If I was just like 1 inch over, 2 inch over, probably be okay. But this is where I clipped something when I dumped into the mud. It just basically ripped the front of that fender, or the front bumper, the fender. You guys already knew the hood wasn't perfect. These rims are the biggest POS as I found out, because look it. So I didn't even really hit anything. These things shattered in like 4 or 5 spots. And then the Sparkos that hit the exact same thing, because you can see right here, I clipped it like pretty good over here. Sparkos, nothing. Just a few scratches. They didn't chunk off, so there's a night and day difference in quality of this rim that weighs so much less, but so much stronger than this one that just shattered. So the front bumper's effed up, the fender's effed up, the rim, of course, the tire, I'm pretty sure it's got a chunk in it, so the tire's crap, the door, the handle, the side skirts, and then the suspension. So I'm 90% sure blew a hole in the suspension somewhere, because it's just sagging on that whole side. But then again, this side is perfectly fine. This fender was already jacked up before, so this car wasn't perfect at all, but it was it wasn't that bad. But the car still fires up. Oh yeah, here's one thing that does suck. You can't get in the door. So what I gotta do, you open up the back and then squeeze your hand right there, you push it open. So that part kind of sucks of pushing it open. But the car, you hop on in, hop on in the car still fires right up. Of course, I'm gonna get stopped, car too low, but that's clearly gonna be on because it's low. No airbags went off, nothing else really, like, it's still effing good inside and all that stuff. Oh, look, wipers still work. The parking, one of the sensors popped out, but it still works. You can walk up there and it still goes beep, beep, beep. Door shut's still good. It's just the handle's effed up. And still locks. Boop. So, I mean, I got lucky that I didn't hit it directly on and, like, destroy a headlight. Like, literally, it just, like, clipped right there. And I just, like, skimped it right along, so. What sucks is those wheels and tires for the rear were for the effing death cart. So now I need a new tire to even get the death cart back on, or I gotta throw different rims and tires on that. I looked at it like really quickly. I pulled some stuff apart. It's basically going to be 2 doors, the side skirt, rim tires, which that's not that big a deal. And then the front bumper was already kind of jacked up. So my 2 options right now, which I already kind of looked at it, are either going to buy, and the suspension, no matter what, that air suspension is going to be gone now. 100%. Unless like someone offers me like 10 grand for this car and I just punt it. But I really like the car. It still fires up. I would say it still drives good, but you can clearly see it doesn't because there's no suspension, no wheels. So the plan is either, I was already looking around Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, and I found a couple like E320s, and they're like $1,500. So I'd either go buy an E320 and then just strip the door, completely door off, and it'll be a different color, just say black or whatever. But I'll get doors, I'll get, what else? The doors, the handles, that whole shell, all that stuff. I might get some just riggable rims to just throw on there for now. Or I was looking up on eBay, you could get the skin of the door for like $250 for a front and rear one I found. Granted, there'll be different colors and there's the skin. So the disadvantage of that is if there's just the skin, I got to sit there and rip all this stuff off and throw it over. If I go buy a full E320, then all I have to do is just change my interior trim and maybe the different handle if I don't get one with keyless entry, from what I understand. So I can leave the airbags, like all this other crap that hopefully will still work on there. But if not, then at least I got miscellaneous like hardware and all that stuff. And also if I buy the full E320, I get the rear part of the suspension for when I do the coilover conversions. But that's also down the line a little bit, so I don't know if I'm going to do that. And then go get the car painted, because doing that, it's going to probably cost me maybe $3 or $4 grand to get this car look like premium, new paint, new everything. Because basically, you got to paint almost the whole car, because it's going to be the hood, the fenders, and all that stuff. So I got to debate on doing that. Or the other option, because originally this car was supposed to be like kind of a clean, like, you know, AC, not a race car really, just something that was fast and like pretty clean for me. Or the other option is get an effing new door handle, so the car, I could get in and out of it pretty conveniently, because right now it does kind of suck to go through the passenger side. And then get a new bumper, just an E63 bumper. There's a couple kits online and all that stuff. Will make it look a little bit meaner. And then I could either do that, so say an E63 bumper, I think they're like $500 for that kit. I could probably find a handle to fix that whole door setup for probably another like $200 at the most. And then the whole BC coil setup, hopefully I can get a deal from them on that. But right there, and then I just leave the car kind of looking shitty and make it a full race car like I do with all my other cars. I'll take the AC out, I'll gut the interior, I'll make this thing probably like 1,000 pounds lighter and the same power. I could go that route, and then at that point, this car is not no more of like a big body cruiser. But what I could do, because I'm really debating, I'm kind of pushing towards that, because first of all, it's going to be a lot cheaper. And in my opinion, I think it would be kind of cool, because what I would do is I'll do the bucket seats, like the straight up ones that I always use, like the super lightweight ones. I'll do it in all 4. So this way I'll have a 4-door, basically gutted, 600, 550 horsepower. If I do no more engine mods, E55 that will weigh, I think right now they're like 46. Maybe I could get it down to 4 right in the 3 area. I easily think I could do that if I start gutting like AC and all this effing luxurious stuff that I just won't be needing anymore. Because right now how the car was like it rode good. It was a pretty good cruiser. I just had minor things wrong with it. But before, I always did need to get it painted. I did need a new fender just because it was a little rough, but now it's really hootenanny rough. So, I don't know if you want to send me a message. If anyone knows, like, oh, I got a spare door, I got this. I know someone who has, like, because the best idea would be the cheapest. If I want to keep it clean, I need to find, like, an E320 with coil suspension, no air ride stuff, and find one with, like, a blown motor or something where I could just, like, get it for a couple $100 and just strip all those parts off, and then that would save me an F amount of money. Or, this is most likely it's going to turn to a full-blown, just, like, gutted, sleeper fast car. But we'll see about that. But thanks for joining, guys. Hit that like and subscribe. And there will be a lot more videos coming out now, just because this thing kind of like put me in a bad mood and I was hurt. I didn't really tell anyone I crashed the car. Like, literally, no one knows. I can walk around now, but I'm doing pretty good, so don't worry too much about that. But luckily, I mean, I guess I could have died from it if that would be like an extreme situation, but I highly doubt that. So I'm good now. I'm walking around. My ribs are fine. My backs are fine. And my leg is good. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And have a great day, guys.